squash for tortellini because it's Halloween today. Well, actually yesterday, but it's still. Yeah. If you have.
Yeah.
So here it is. The squash has been peeled and cutting them into about an inch thick cubes, so it will be easier to cook. Okay, just want to show you that's the steaming butter. And it should be 15 to 20 minutes or even less. Might take longer, might take. Squash is cooking. I'm going to make the pasta, and because it's a fun day, I'm making black pasta. So this is squid ink, which I got from the fishmonger.
Yeah, don't want to waste a bit.
I do use fresh ink from the Cuttlefish, and I find it sometimes a little bit fishy. Very fishy. The coloring. So in we go. I know it's gonna be fun here. Black pasta filled with squash. It's going to be colorful.
We'll have to find a black wine.
Colorful pasta, just like somebody I know.
We'll have to find a black wine. A black wine to go with it.
Yeah.
So we'll have to keep walking over to the music out.
There. Oh, look. Nice. And it's nice and steamy, and it's very soft. And it's cooked for 15 minutes. So let's have a look here. So this is how I do my mashing the squash, so we can put it into tortellini. So I'm going to press it gently.
Wow, look, spaghetti squash.
Press it gently and remove that. Gently, or you may have to use strength if it's needed, but I don't think so. So remove all this first before you do the second load. So the squash has been squeezed out the excess liquid. So here's what I've got for the half of the whole butternut squash. Almost half of it gone. So I'm adding a little bit of grated ginger. Also adding Parmigiano Reggiano. Tortellini is a very famous dish in Emilia
Romagna. Think of Emily Roman.
Yeah. So and it's time to play on my playground. So put some flour so it doesn't stick the dough. It doesn't like it. You can find it's marble.
Let's have a look at that marble dough. Wow. Wow.
The only way I find to do it is using pastry cutter, and that's one. And imagine all those 2 sheets of marble black beauties will be filled with this lovely golden squash, and the taste is unimaginable. You just have to take time filling these little beauties. So the pastries, the pasta has been cut. So I put the filling, but teaspoon of the squash. So if it's needed, you put water all around to moisten it in order to stick together. I usually don't do it myself, but I have practice. So in that, fill it by half moon, and then fold it again, and that's
Your little pouch.
that's little
Tortellini pouch.
beauty and beautiful. Black beauty. The tortellini is already done and ready to cook into boiling water over here, and these are the sauces that I can use. Sauce, homemade of course, and a brodo is there, and this is smoked prosciutto, which I'm going to fry this really crispy, so I can crumble it on top of the tortellini when I serve it. Here comes the fun bit. So, okay, here is boiling water. Put the tortellini in. Oop. Be careful. Be very careful not to dip your finger, obviously. Now that the flour has been washed away by hot water, the black pasta coming through, not marbling anymore. So in here, in my hot saucepan, rather skillet, the leftover filling for tortellini, I'm going to make sauce for the leftover of the pasta from it. I'm going to add brodo, vegetarian brodo is. I use my dried porcini mushroom for my flavoring. You can't find dried porcini, so that should be it. And after that, I'm going to put the pasta, tagliatelle, after the tortellini. And this is my homemade tomato sauce, which, okay. So there it is, the tortellini, full black. Now I'm serving it with two sauces. This is the brodo, vegetarian broth. I'm serving it in. It's beautiful. So comforting and warming. Sits on the contrast of the flavors, and then I'm going to crumble the crispy smoked prosciutto. Because of the contrast of the taste, you have salty and savory, sweet and spicy from the sauce. Gorgeous. Okay.
Hello everybody.
Ciao.
It's November the 1st. We're back in the kitchen again on a foggy day in Piemonte. The nebbia is rolling in, but the nebbiola has all been harvested. Truffles are out there to be found. Unfortunately, not very many people out there because of new restrictions in Italy, but that's the way it goes. Anyway, so today is the day after Halloween, and no trick-or-treaters last night, so we are celebrating. We used up our pumpkin, what was left of the squash actually. And Rina's made this delicious tortellini, black tortellini filled with squash, and because it's black, we are doing a black wine from Montenegro, Mount Black, Ranach 2011, which was given to us many years ago by a winemaker in Montenegro who stayed with us during Salon d'Augusto. So let's have a look. Let's shake it up a little bit. It's a little cold actually because we don't have the heating on yet. It has an intense. What do you think, Rina? It has the most intense bouquet. Lots of fruit there. I can catch tannins.
It smells like orchids. Orchid doesn't know
It's
to
a
smell.
black orchid, right? It's very dark. Look at the darkness of the color, and it's, well, it's 9 years old, so pretty good. Quite a hint of tannin. The first reaction is tannins, but incredible fruit, soft, kind of soft berries with tannins and slight tinge of bitterness behind. No acidity, so Rina should like it. Actually, this is quite interesting and delicious wine. And of course, Montenegro is just over the other side of the Adriatic from Italy. It used to be part of the old Roman Empire, so of course grapes probably traveled back and forth. And yeah, this is delicious. We're not going to get into too much because we're hungry, and we want to get into the delicious tortellini. So, cheers. Cheers, and
Cheers.
please stay healthy.
Yes.
Stay sane.
This year is also over, and we look
It's
forward to
been
next
quite a
year.
scary Halloween with all the events going on in the world, so let's hope by next year everything is back to some sort of normal. Cheers, everybody. Tortellini, tortellini. Ooh, let's try this. Ooh.
Sweet, savory, and spicy. This is the aim for this. And it is delicious.
I can't tell you how my tortellini just melts in my mouth.
Look at the squash, it's oozing out.
Hot sauce, the mild habanero, and let's have a spin.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's
Words cannot describe the combination of the habanero, the mildly spicy tomato sauce, mixed with the black tortellini and the squash inside. It's sweet and spicy. It is fantastic, that combination. And going down with this Montenegro dark wine, which has got a hint of bitterness in the back, is a very good combination.